Welcome back into Good Day Kansas. We have made our way to Garden City to bring to you another week of our Kansans Fueling Kansas series. We're having such a great time learning about the supply chain, of course, making Kansas-made ethanol. And today we are at Reeve Cattle Company. We are with Reeve here. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, welcome to be here.
Thank you so much. I have yet to be on a feedlot, so I am thrilled to learn everything that happens here. This has been a part of your family for a very long time, and you are known as one of the pioneers of this sort of operation. So just tell us a little bit about the history here.
Okay, the history would be, this would be land that was actually homesteaded by my great uncle and my granddad. And it was a ranch at that time. And then through the years, we developed it for irrigation. And then my dad, back in the early 60s, started the feed yard. And then in the early 80s, we put in the first ethanol plant. You know, when it was first started as a ranch, you know, there was kind of two families that kind of made a sketchy living off of it. And you know, now the same land supports dozens of families. So it's really changed a lot through the years.
On a daily basis, what's happening here?
Well, on a daily basis, we grind grain or steam flake grain for the feed yard. And we produce, we grind grain for the ethanol plant, produce ethanol and the byproduct, which ultimately is fed to the cattle.
And so how do you determine on a daily basis what you're feeding the cattle to make sure they're staying healthy?
Cattle are just like every other animal. They need so much protein and so much energy. We employ a nutritionist that determines, you know, how much of each ingredient.
And what particularly do you feed them in order to get energy and protein?
The byproduct out of the plant is really just the corn with the starch taken out. We use the starch to produce ethanol. Everything else that was in the grain to begin with is still there. So that becomes an integral part of the ration, which is probably about 15–20% of the ration on dry matter basis. The rest of it will be made up primarily of steam flake corn, which is the energy part of it that we'll use, that the cattle will utilize. And of course, we'll add a little fat to it. And because we are fattening these cattle, we want to produce a very high quality product for the consumer.
So Lee, what does it mean to you to be kind of part of both sides of not only just the fuel spectrum, but also feeding Kansans?
Oh, it's been real rewarding. You know, through the years, there's been a lot of evolution in western Kansas, you know, from basically dry land to, you know, a lot of irrigation and dry land, even dry land corn now is pretty prevalent. And so, you know, with the development of the feed yard industry in the 70s, and then, you know, we got in the ethanol business, but the ethanol business got really big in the 2000s, and we're really, you know, pleased to be part of that too. So it's been fun to be part of it.
What does it mean to you to partner with Kansas Corn in such a powerful operation? You
know, we use a lot of corn and interface with those people. So yeah, so the more you can interact with them, the better.
Excellent. Well, Lee, it was great to meet you. Thank you so much for having us. If you are interested in more information about Kansas-made ethanol, please visit fueledbykansas.com. Stick around. We have more Good Day Kansas coming up after the break.